I hope you are doing well. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Megan Nairn, and I'm the children's minister here at First United Methodist Church. And typically, when it's my day to do a Minister's Moment video, I try and gear it towards the kids, the children in the church, or grandchildren that you might have at home, or, you know, a friend's child that is over at your house. Today, though, it's not really geared towards kids. Instead, Pastor Bob's message kind of got me thinking that he gave this past week about talking about carrying the burden and, you know, the guilt and things along life and how it kind of weighs down on you. And I happened to read my book this morning, Jesus Calling by Sarah Young. I love this book. I have 2 of these. I think they're fantastic. And each day there's a different message, a different devotion kind of to you. And it just happened to remind me and reiterate what Pastor Bob talked about on Sunday. And so I thought it was just important and I guess kind of like on my mind more. And so I kind of wanted to talk about it. So if you let me read it to you for September 23rd, it says, "Walk with me in the freedom of forgiveness. The path we follow together is sometimes steep and slippery. If you carry the burden of guilt on your back, you are more likely to stumble and fall. At your request, I will remove the heavy load from you and bury it at the foot of the cross. When I unburden you, you are undeniably free. Stand up straight and tall in my presence so that no one can place more burdens on your back. Look into my face and feel the warmth of my love light shining upon you. It is the unconditional love that frees you both from fears and sins. Spend time basking in the light of my presence as you come to know me more and more intimately. You grow increasingly free." I thought that tied in perfectly, and it made me think again more about the message. But just reading that, we talk about forgiveness and how forgiveness is hard sometimes. Sometimes you hold on to that and you don't forgive the person. It's a difficult thing, but walk with me in the freedom of forgiveness. As hard as it is, try. It says the path we follow together is sometimes steep and slippery. How true. Life in general is a challenge. It's difficult. Sometimes I've always been like, just give me the map. Tell me, do I go right? Do I go left? Do I go over? Life is a challenge. Some days they feel steep. Some days they feel slippery. You don't feel like you have your footing. But the path that you follow together with him, you know, he can help you through that. And then I like this part. It says, if you carry the burden of guilt on your back, you are more likely to stumble and fall. How true. It's like that saying that, you know, you finally forgive something or forget something and that weight is lifted off your shoulders. You put that heavy load on your back of carrying the guilt or the frustration or the hatred towards somebody. It weighs you down. And when you finally lay it at the cross or you give it to God, that weight is lifted and you can stand. And here it says, stand up straight and tall. Once you give that, you can stand tall. That weight is lifted off of you. And how amazing. How amazing is it that we have a God who takes that weight and takes those sins that we make and forgives us. I think it's so true. And I know it's so hard, trust me. I struggle with it some days, to forgive what somebody did or to move past, you know, the constant disappointment from somebody's actions. I struggle with it too, just like you do. And I honestly think with COVID and being stuck inside, you know, you kind of makes your mind, you know, go quicker and kind of rewind and rewatch and rethink about those things. But as hard as it is, give it away. Give it to him. Lay those burdens that you're carrying around or you've been carrying around at his feet. Give it to him. Give it to God. Lay it at the cross, like it says. And I know it's challenging. And some days it's a big struggle, trust me. But it's so important. Even if it's just a little at a time, eventually we'll get there. Life's not a race. It's one foot in front of the other. And that's how you live life. And that's kind of how it is. One step. One little thing at a time. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate that because it really kind of hit me this morning as I read that. So let's close in prayer. Dear God, thank you for all of the amazing things that you blessed us with in life and that you've continued to bless us with on this journey. Thank you for being the amazing person you are and taking all those burdens and those sins and continuously forgiving us and continuing to guide us and help us make a better choice or make our life better. Thank you for everything that you've blessed us with and the protection you continue to offer us each day. Amen. Take care. Bye.